Okay, so we'll wait for some time. There are still few students who will be joining us. But before that, we'll have a short conversation with all of you. Okay. So first of all, guys, I'm sure that most of you have attended this before, and there will be few students who are attending this first time. And for those who are attending this first time, let me tell you the first thing which we do in any session, whether it's a group mentoring session or a doubt solving session, is that I want all of you to switch on your cameras because coming on a Sunday morning, I know it's very difficult for me also because you feel like Sunday is a rest day eventually. But yes, I would like to see all your faces. Good. Hi, Shrutika. Very good morning. Welcome to the session. Others, guys, I request start your cameras as soon as possible. Yes. Hello, Santosh ji. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Great. Yes. Praveen, Joy, Gurkirat. Yes. Hi, Srishti. Good morning. Good to see you.
Hello, good
Hope you're
morning.
doing well.
Yeah.
Great, great. Hi, Parveen. Good morning. Welcome to the session. Yes. Guys, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I'll have a conversation with few of you just to understand how's your preparation going. First of all, how many of you are preparing for January attempt?
January.
Okay.
Yes.
Gurkirat, Srishti, Shrutika, Rahul. Okay, I have
January attempts.
few hands. Praveen also. Great. So first of all, I think Rahul, is this your first session or you've attended this before as well?
No, this is the first session.
This is the first session. Okay, good. So, what are you expecting from today's session? That's the second question. First, I want to ask in which level currently you are in terms of your preparation
And starting, I just started my preparation because I am
for
a
January?
working, yeah, working professional.
Okay,
I have given a multiple attempts. So
okay.
my first preparation तो हो गई है, but बाकी रिवीजन और उसमें स्ट्रेटजी और थोड़ा फिनिश वर्क जैसा होता है वो बाकी है
हम्म,
मेरा वो चीज.
आपके पहली लाइन के बाद आधे लोग डर गए थे. January attempt, you're starting now, Superman. But yeah, wishing you all the very best. As you said, that आपका first revision is done and you are going forward with the final few check boxes जो आपको tick करने हैं. How's it going? Are you feeling confident for now?
अभी तो स्टार्ट हुआ है बट धीरे धीरे डे बाय डे इंक्रीज हो रहा है क्योंकि फर्स्ट
Okay.
सेशन में कुछ टारगेट्स मिले थे वो उसके प्रेशर में तो वो 10th को एग्जाम भी है मेरा एक.
Okay, fine.
हाँ.
Guys, I have this question in mind to all of you. Anybody can answer this. Is there any point in your preparation, whether it's at the start, whether it's at the end? I think this is the right time to ask. It's December and we have our exams in January, especially. So, is there any point in time where you feel confident, so confident, यार इस बार तो हो ही जाएगा? How many of you have felt that? I can see few smiling faces कि सर ये मुश्किल हो जाता है थोड़ा होना, but anyone?
सर एक आध टेस्ट देके लगता है कि ओ वाओ क्या मार्क्स आ गए एंड देन व्हेन यू गिव अनदर टेस्ट यू फॉल डाउन कि नहीं होगा शायद.
Okay. Anyone? और कोई संतोष जी आपको कभी ऐसा फील हुआ है?
Recently, I have टेस्ट दे के थोड़ा बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस तो आ गया.
हाँ, एक
Test देके
टेस्ट होना
confident.
चाहिए. एक टेस्ट होने के बाद ही ये क्वेश्चन वैलिड है.
Right. Yes. I want to ask someone जिनका hand raised है. I think that is Naga Jyoti. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, sir. What about you, sir?
I am doing great just after seeing all of you guys. Yes. So how's your preparation going on?
Not good, sir, because I am
Not good.
working.
Okay. Okay. No
And
worries.
this is the first time I am taking exam in new syllabus, and
Okay.
days are very less.
Okay. No worries. See, you don't have to worry that much. I am pretty sure all the other students who are available or present here, they are also feeling the same. Although they are not working, they are student, they give all of their time to their studies. Still, this feeling is there always that my preparation is not going good. But yes, Nagajoti, I would like to wish you all the very best. Whatever the days we have in hand, I think these are the days where we actually start looking forward to how we can clear it. I think till the November month, I think we all are trying to understand what are the chapters we have to cover, how many chapters we should cover, or we should cover the whole syllabus. I think every student has this in mind. I have seen or I have had a conversation with, they wanted to finish everything, which is somewhere not possible. एक बार आप कर भी लो, at least you can read it out, but उसको याद रखना, it is very difficult. But now is the time when you are at December. This is the time where you find out things ki which are the important parts, which I remember, what I should practice. If I'm giving a test, so मुझे test में किस तरीके से करना है, what are the things which I have to look forward to, which are my weakest chapters or subjects, which are my strongest chapters or subject, and you actually plan things properly. शायद all your mentors must be giving you targets, must be giving you test कि हम लोग इतने दिन में करेंगे, ये करेंगे, वो करेंगे, and the seriousness is actually not there. Somewhere or the other, I feel that. But now is the time where we get serious. The best part you guys know about is now that giving test is actually very important, right? And I believe from a long time I have seen this. The time you start giving test is the time where you realize how's your preparation going, to be very honest, right? Until the time you read, you revise, it all feels like everything is going well or not good, whatever it is. But once you give the test, you get that clarity, you get that right picture, and I think that is very important. And I believe most of you have started with the test, and your mentors are also planning your test properly for the January attempt. Those who are not from January attempt, again, guys, this is a learning. This session today, the group mentoring session, is again a learning for all of us, that when our attempt will come, whether it's the next attempt after January, what we have to do or how we can do it. Okay. Now, I can still see there are few students who haven't started their cameras. That's the last time I'll be asking, guys. So it will be great if you can start your cameras, right? Thank you, Parveen, Shrutika. I cannot see your cameras on, so make sure that they are continuously on, right? For the people who are attending this first time, I'll help you understand what is group mentoring. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware about it, but still, so group mentoring is a session where we all come in. It's not a one-on-one session. Obviously, there will be a lot of students just like you guys are, and we'll discuss on a particular topic. These are the topics where we try to understand how we can mentor all the students on a particular topic. So today's topic, can anybody tell me what is it?
Framework.
It's related to final stretch, right? Because we have very few days left for January attempt, right? And we are not only focusing on the January attempt, obviously, but yes, we are focusing on those students because this is a very important phase again. And for the students who have their attempt after January, this will be surely helpful because you can plan it better. Okay. With today's session, we'll be discussing on certain pointers, right? These pointers might be in a way that you are working on, or it can be something where your mentors are working on. But yes, these are the pointers we have to reinforce again. We have to look forward to it again. And at the end of the session or during the while the mentor is explaining you, there might be time where you feel like this is what I wanted to understand in a bit more clear manner. So you can ask the questions to the mentor as well. Clear, guys? So basically, it's a session where you understand few pointers. If you have doubts related to your preparation journey, you can ask them directly here in this session. And the best part is when you have students, you are not alone in the session. So when they ask question or they have any doubt, it helps you as well. So we'll make it more interactive. Make sure it's a two-way session. Whenever you have doubt, you can raise your hand and we'll be able to answer it. Okay. Next thing, guys, your attendance is mandatory and your feedback is mandatory for us. Feedback so that we can give you more good sessions, so that we can improve on our part. We can help you get closer to your dream. So feedbacks are very important for us, and your attendance is important for you guys. I hope you know that. So I'll be sharing a form at the end of the session because मैं पहले share कर दूंगा. You guys might leave. I don't want you guys to leave in between session. So what I'll do, I'll share the form at the end of the session when the thank you slide will be there. And you guys have to fill your attendance and feedback form as well. Here, everyone, may I get a thumbs up? May I get some virtual claps? Guys, it's a Sunday morning for me. I need some energy from you guys as well. Please. Or guys, keep smiling. Don't give me those faces जहाँ पर कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है. We are like that throughout our preparation journey. I want you guys to be smiling, happy, and we'll take the session. Okay, everyone? I can't ask you guys to shout because घर वाले डर जाएंगे, but you can show your energy through the emojis. So that's what I want you guys to do. Now it's time to welcome our today's mentor. Most of you have already seen her, have attended her sessions. I'll tell you for the people who are attending it first time. So guys, we look forward to get a rank in foundation, which is not there right now. We look forward to get a rank in intermediate. It is there, but it is very difficult, and in final as well. Our today's mentor is someone who has got a rank, All India rank in her foundation, got an All India rank in her intermediate, got an All India rank in her finals as well, and an All India ranker who has cleared everything in first attempt. So today's session is going to be something where she'll be sharing her experience and helping us understand few more pointers how we can get with this last phase, last stretch of our preparation. Okay, so I would request all of you to give a virtual round of applause as we welcome CA Vanshika. Ma'am, the mic is all yours. I can say the stage. So everybody is waiting to hear you out. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mahir. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mayur. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
I know it's Sunday
Ma'am.
and it's very difficult to wake up early and, do everything. But today's, as Mayur rightly mentioned, that this is the most important phase for those who are giving January attempt, because last 30 days can actually make a difference in your strategy. So today we will be discussing about how we can utilize these last 30 days in a best possible way to, and also how we can add at least 20-30 marks in these last 30 days, because there are some areas which we know that actually gives marks, so we have to improve and focus on those areas in last 30 days so that our score, actually total score, can actually make difference. Because you know that in CA even 1 marks matter, because there is a difference in 39 and 40, which is of 1 marks only. So every marks matters in this exam. So in this last 30 days we have to focus how we can improve our score, basically, because whatever needs to be studied we have already studied. So in this last phase we need to ensure that whatever we know it in the best possible way. So that will be our topic. And in case you have any questions or anything in between, you can raise hand and we can discuss at that time also. But before starting also, I want to know if you have any questions in mind that you want me to clear during the session, that we can discuss that during the session. If you have any question, please raise your hand so that we can discuss that during the session. Okay, if not, you can ask anytime, like in between or after the session, no issues. So, Mayur, can you move to the next slide? Of course. So, the last 3 months were, of course, important. That is the revision time. But some might have some work or some of you are working professionals, so due to office work or something, you were not able to give your 100% during last 3 months. That may be a case, but we need these 30 days to be perfect, because this will actually create the difference. Whatever you were not able to do in last 3 months, that is okay, but now you have to seriously focus on your studies. You have to prioritize your studies over everything in this last 30 days. So our focus would be on how we can increase the marks from what we already know. We are not going to do any new topic or any new chapter or something that we haven't studied yet till now, but we'll focus on the things that we already know and how we can increase the marks in those areas. So that would be the focus area. Now, next slide. Can you go to the next slide? Okay, so this is the 3I framework, which I think will is the crux of this session, and is the important part in last 30 days. So this 3I framework is basically identify what actually gives marks, improve what are the areas which you need to fix, you need to improve basically, and third is implement the areas that you identify are needed to be fixed. You need to implement action plan for those areas. So this is a 3I framework and is crux of the our entire session, and the thing basically framework that you need to implement in your last 30 days of preparation. So going into the first part, which is the identify what actually gives you the marks. So identify my URIF. Yeah. So identify what actually gives you the marks. If you know, there are ICAI's past year papers, RTPs, MTPs. So do as much as you can in this last 30 days of ICAI's material basically. Because when you will do the past year papers, RTPs, MTPs, you'll get a trend, or you'll know what are the questions that are repetitively asked. And you'll also know that these questions are asked in a similar manner only. That suppose if it's a CA final, let's say it's a DT. So there will be a question of DT double A. For sure, there will be a question of DT double A. And that question is asked in a similar manner only. Means there are some adjustment which will be asked, and in all the attempts, those adjustment will be asked for sure. Only one or two adjustment will change, but majorly it will be the same. So you need to identify those topics and those questions which are repetitively asked. And how you'll know that? By doing past year papers of ICAI, by doing RTPs, MTPs. Basically, past year papers will give you more trend. And also the we have the in Practica also tracker, we have this ABC schedule. So A category is basically chapters which are repetitively asked in all the exams. But it doesn't mean that you have to leave C category. It just means you need to focus more on A category, because those are the chapters which will surely come in your exam. So those chapters, those topics. What you need to do is you need to ensure that you doesn't lose marks in those chapters and in those questions. So please do past year papers of ICAI. Even if you have less time for your revision, at least devote half of the day for that particular subject to do past year papers. Because I'm not saying to do write it fully in a proper exam oriented way. Just read the question, try to scribble the answer on your own, and then read the answer properly. That is what you need to do, and it will take 1 hour or 1.5 hour maximum to complete one paper. So at least do 5-6 papers of ICAI. So and now the ICAI has done good thing, which is they have model test paper on their site, which is updated as per the new ICAI syllabus. So it's not like ki jo paper ke answers hai, they are from old syllabus or something. So do past year papers. You'll know that there is a set pattern or set trend of ICAI कि first question कौन से chapter से होगा, second question कौन से chapter से होगा, third question कौन से chapter से. I read a lot of papers, so I still remember कि DT का first question आता है PGVP का, second question would be MAT or AMT. For sure, one topic will be there, or cooperative society will be there. Then DTAA question will be there, transfer pricing will be there, TDS will be there, charitable trust will be there. So these are 5-6 chapters which will surely come in your exam. So you need to focus on those chapters very, very in a detailed manner to ensure कि हम ये वाले इन question को गलत कर ही नहीं सकते. So when you do ICAI's paper, you will know that the question papers pattern or the repeated question asked now, and high weightage topics also you'll know. Basically from these paper only you will know everything what you need to focus on. So please do papers. I know in last 30 days it's difficult to manage everything, but please ensure that you do papers. Okay, next is next is improve. What are your leak areas basically? So and improve, basically what you need to do is you need to focus कि जितना हमें आ रहा है वो हम actually गलत नहीं लिख के आए एग्जाम में. Silly mistake is one thing which is worst actually when you know कि हमें आंसर आ रहा है फिर भी हम कुछ गलत लिख के आ गए या फिर silly calculation mistake करके आ गए. So please ensure when you are doing calculations in a paper, just before writing that number, just do a recheck, like calculate it again. Because writing wrong and not getting the marks or trying to attempt the whole paper, like what I'm trying to say is कि आप गलत लिख रहे हो कि जो भी नंबर है और उससे आपका पूरा मार्क्स मतलब पूरा आपका जो टाइम आपने डिवोट किया था 10-15 मिनट्स वो वेस्ट हो जाएगा और आप आगे पे जो फोकस कर रहे हो उसका भी कोई यूज नहीं होगा. सो प्लीज इंश्योर कि बिफोर राइटिंग द नंबर और फिगर you are recalculating it. So this is one of the major silly mistake in practical answers that we are doing. So कोई भी तरह का कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक नहीं करना है. फर्स्ट थिंग, कुछ जो भी हम सेक्शन नंबर या फिर कोड कर रहे हैं वो नहीं मतलब गलत कोड करना है. इफ यू नो कोड इट, इफ यू डोंट कोड इट, because if you are quoting it wrong, marks will be deducted for sure. Presentation is something that ICAI is like ICAI look into. If you're not presenting as per ICAI's pattern, you'll not get the marks, even if your final answer is right. So when you are doing paper, I said do papers. When you are doing paper, you are scribbling on the paper and just matching it ki your final answer is correct or not. You also need to read the answers that ICAI has given, how they have presented the answer, how they have started it, what are the steps they have followed, and how they have ended the answer. So you need to make sure that you are presenting the answer in the same format ICAI wants. So for that, there is some fixed format for all the chapters, or basically fixed format for most of the chapters. So ensure that you are following that format only. For 1 or 2 questions, your format may change, but not for all the questions. So there is some fixed format for ICAI. Please follow that format of paper answers only, because the examiner look into the suggested answers only, and they see that if their first step and your first step is matching, they'll give the marks. If second step is matching, they'll give the marks. If end answer is matching, they'll give the marks. And if your only end answer is matching and not the steps, they'll not give the marks. So because the person who is checking the paper, he's not connected with studies. So he'll not, go into your answer and try to understand it, how you have solved it. He'll just look into the suggested and, correct your copies basically. So please ensure that you are presenting as per ICAI. And time management is another thing which you have to fix. For that, you have to write mock tests. I know your mentors are already giving you the mock test plan and everything. So please ensure you are writing at least 1 or at least 2 mock tests for all the subjects to ensure that you are able to cover your entire, or able to write your entire paper within 3 hours. Time management is important. You can also, for some subjects, if you feel by writing the mock test, after writing the mock test, you feel that you are not able to complete even up writing two mock tests, ensure that you are doing you are basically for writing an answer, you are put a timer, and then write the answers. For like, try to write one answer of that subject daily, basically, so that you are able to complete your 100 marks papers in 3 hours. So this is improve. So you need to focus on that, on the presentation in your improve, and also the mistakes that you think that you may make while while you are revising the subject. You know some mistakes you are making, or while writing the mock test, you know your mistakes. You need to make sure that you are not repeating those mistakes in your exams. So this is the improved part that you need to focus on in this last 30 days. And next is implement. So whatever leaks that you have, like the presentation or the silly mistakes or the time management, you need to make a plan for something. You need to have an action plan for that, that you need to implement in these 30 days. For, let's say, for if you're not able to complete your paper within 3 hours, there's some time mismanagement. What you can do is daily you can write one answer. So there is this rule which paper is of 100 marks and you have 180 minutes. So basically 1.8 minute per marks is the time that you have. But let's say there may be some question which we need more time, or some things come up. Let's say 1.6 marks per minute you have for the question. So what you can do is daily also you can practice, let's say pick any paper or pick any question from the question bank. If you think it's a 20 marks question, make 1.6 into 20 you have to do, and set alarm for that, and try to write the answer of that daily, which, like, whatever is your weak area or weak subject which you feel you need more practice or presentation. There is an issue of presentation, you can practice that daily, basically. Before sleeping you can do that for 20 marks. So half an hour, basically you can practice that area which you think is your weak area. Regular revision, past year papers and ICAI's paper is must that you should do. I know some of you may feel that past year papers and everything is covered already in your question banks, but trust me, when you are doing the paper, it will give you, if you're able to solve the papers, then it will give you a different kind of confidence that yes, you know how to do. So please do the paper and you'll know the presentation, you'll know the pattern, you'll know a lot of things. And when you are doing 7-8 papers, let's say, and in exam, you know, same pattern of paper will come for sure. And in that paper, you'll feel that everything is familiar. You know, first question would be of this chapter only, and that question actually comes in, and even only numbers will change in some of the question, or everything else will be same only, because almost 50-60% of papers comes from ICAI's previous ICAI study material or past year papers or MDPs, RTPs only. There will be only one paper which will be very difficult and which will be new, and that will be new for everyone. So focus on those remaining 5-6 papers instead of the new paper that is going to come, because that will be new for everyone. And in that, usually there is saying that ICAI gives marks, do easy checking in those papers. I don't know it's true or not, but it's a saying that they do easy checking in the paper which comes very difficult. So this is the 3I framework that you need to implement in your last 30 days to get at least a jump of 10, 20, 30 marks in your exams. Next comes the subject-wise strategy. So for practical subject, what you can do is, so ICAI gives ICAI gives step-wise marking. So for practical subject, try practicing more and more number of questions. Even if you know how to, like there are similar type of question, first question and second question, it is similar in your question. Still look into the second question and read the answer of the second question as well. So try solving more and more number of questions for practical subjects. When you're solving the question and seeing the answer, the format of answer will be fixed in your, mind, and you'll be able to write the answers. Because sometimes it happens that in mock test you'll realize this, when you are reading the question, you know the answer, but you are not able to write the answer. I don't know, this happened with me, especially in costing in case of say inter and final also it was there in my case. So I don't know where to start the answer. I know the answer, but I don't know where to start, how to start that, and how to end it. So do writing practice if this is happening with you as well. Do writing practice when you so for all the practical questions you are doing. I'm not saying to write each and every one. Just pick one which you feel is difficult in all the in each chapter, and try to write that answer and under a timed condition basically. And for subjects like AFM or FM, you can actually make a formula sheet or something, which will be ready reference for your last, 1-2 hours. You can just quickly look into the formulas, all the formulas that are there in the subject. For there are only one or two. Basically, AFM is there, which is formula based, or if FM is there, which is formula based. So you can make the formula sheet for those subjects. Use proper format. Working notes is very important. ICAI actually, if you're writing the working notes, you'll get the full marks. If you're not writing the working notes, you'll not receive the marks. So working notes are important, and please ensure while practicing your questions only how you want to follow the pattern. Like some students write before writing the answer. Some students write working notes before writing the answer, or some of them writes after writing their main answer. So whichever way you follow, second one is the more appropriate way, because while writing the answers, you know what working notes you need to make. So you can make the reference there, only the refer working note 1, 2, 3 and write. Or after left 2, 3 page, and along with that only write the working notes. So for especially for DT, IDT, if are like you need to write the working notes. So and prioritize accuracy मीन्स ज्यादा जल्दी जल्दी में हम ऐसा नहीं कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक्स कर रहे हैं या फिर कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए. Whatever we are writing, we need to make sure that we are writing that correct at least. So that is the strategy for practical subjects. Coming to theory subjects, for theory subjects like audit, law, and everything, there is the format for answers which you should follow. Like if it's a case study type question, so there is format which is like better way to present in a theory subjects. So you can write the provisions applicable, write the word provision applicable, and then write whatever provision is applicable. If it's a law, let's say section 140 is applicable of Companies Act. So as per section 140 of the Companies Act, whatever is the provision, write that. Next, write facts of the case. Facts is basically the fact that is given in the question. You need to just summarize that in 2-3 lines and write that. Next comes the analysis. Now you have to link the provision and the facts of the case. And so that would be analysis. And last would be conclusion. Conclusion must be 1 or maximum 2-liner. And this will be the format for case study type question. So please even write these words: provision, applicable, facts, analysis, and conclusion. You can merge facts and analysis, but if you know that, but it's better to write in separate way, but you can merge that as well. So, and conclusion must be separate for sure, and it must be 1 or 2-liner only. And you can also, underline the keywords that are there in the answer in case of audit, or in case of law, or any theory answer that you're writing. IDT also, there are some GST basically theory is there. So keywords underline karo. And also try, when you are revising the subjects, try to remember the keywords. Other things, if you are writing here and there, no problem, because how they check is if you have written the keywords of that bullet point and that is matching with the suggested answer, they'll give you the full marks. So ensure that you are writing the keywords. In case of law, ensure that you are writing the language of law, thoda bahut. Or audit mein keywords, and there in audit, I don't know, like there are some words which are keywords only, like risk of material misstatement and sufficient and appropriate audit, whatever it is. There are some words which are keywords only. Ensure that you use those audit words in your answers. आप ऐसे ही अपने लैंग्वेज में लिखोगे तो मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे इन and especially in audit scoring marks is very difficult, so ensure that you are using the keywords and write the answers in bullet form, basically pointers form. It would be easier for examiner as well to read the answer, and for you as well to write the answer. So if it's not case study type answer, question, write in bullet forms, it would be better. Next comes and about section numbers, write only if you know it correctly. If not, then you can start the answer as per the provisions of, let's say, CGST Act, or as per the provisions of Companies Act, like that. Start answering that only if you know section number well and good. And for audit, essay numbers, try to learn the essay numbers as well as name, because if you quote it, it would be good, but don't quote it wrong. For essays, I guess when you are doing, you will be able to even, the names and everything just before the exam, learn those names, like read those names again for theory subjects. And for all, both theory and practical, I think it would come in next slide as well, but you need to ensure that you are attempting 100 marks paper. आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन नहीं भी आ रहा है तो भी उसको अटेम्प्ट करना है, कुछ भी रेलेवेंट लिख के आ जाओ, बट कोई भी क्वेश्चन को छोड़ना नहीं है. Presentation I've already talked about is कि you have to use keywords in case of theory, and in case of practical also you'll notice कि ICAI writes theory, 1 or 2 line theory in all the practical answers only. At the start they write the theory, so you need to write those theory as well in your answers. That's why I am saying that read the practical subjects answers, मतलब practical questions answer properly. If it's case, let's say if it's FR, question is from NDS 16, which is PP. So they will write some of the theory relating to NDS 16. They'll write as per NDS 16, property, plant and equipment. The the cost should be cost should include these elements or these components or whatever. So you need to write those theory in your answers. For FRs or accounts, especially basically in DS and AS, they write a lot of theory. Basically, while writing the practical, they also write the theory explanation of that, like why they are solving it in this way. So you also need to write those theory. Then headings or bedding, neat and structure. Yeah, don't overwrite anything. जहाँ पे भी गलत आपने लिख दिया है कुछ, उसको कट करके और उसके पास में दूसरा लिखो. अगर आपने उसी पे नंबर्स को ओवरराइट कर दिया तो वो मार्क्स नहीं देते. एंड दीज आर एक्चुअली ट्रू, बिकॉज वो नहीं समझता है कि आपने क्या लिखा है. So, कुछ भी अगर ओवरराइट किया है तो मार्क्स नहीं मिलेगा. जो भी फिगर हम लिख रहे हैं, हम जल्दी जल्दी में उसको ओवरराइट कर देते हैं. वो नहीं करना है, उसको कट करके उसके ऊपर उसके नीचे कहीं साइड में लिख दो, बट डोंट ओवरराइट. These are actually important. Presentation can make a difference. Only right presentation can give you marks. ICAI का presentation is very 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 important. Examiner को नहीं पता है आपने क्या किया है, वो सब suggested से match करेगा. अगर उससे match हो रहा है तो marks मिल जाएगा, otherwise नहीं मिलेगा. Even in some of the cases it happened कि even एक number का भी difference है, like you have written 40,781 and suggested it's written 40,780. Then also they have deducted marks. उसके लिए बहुत वो भी हुए arguments and all, but तो you need to ensure कि जो भी ICAI अभी कर रहा है, PV factor वो कितने digits का लेता है या फिर rounding off वो कैसे कर रहा है, सब चीजें वो आपको करनी है. वैसे ही PV factor कितने digits का लेना है या फिर पॉइंट्स कितने दिखाने हैं, राउंड ऑफ कैसे करना है, सब चीजें ध्यान में रखनी है. और इन सब का कोई वीडियो भी मिल जाएगा यूट्यूब पे आपको, जिसमें एनालाइज किया हुआ होगा कुछ लोगों ने कि ऐसा ऐसा इस केस में ऐसा करता है, ऐसे इस केस में ऐसा करता है. सो यू कैन वॉच दोज यूट्यूब वीडियोस, 10-15 मिनट्स के वीडियोस है कि आपको, ताकि ये सब गलतियां आप नहीं करें. सेकेंड कम्स पिलर 2 इज टाइम मैनेजमेंट. जो भी क्वेश्चन आपको नहीं आ रहा है उस पर टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना है. उसके लिए आप you are doing it, but आप for 2-3 minutes you are stuck in any question, और 2-3 मिनट आपने लगाया, उसके अलावा उसके ऊपर आपको नहीं वेस्ट करना है टाइम. उसके लिए आप पेज छोड़ दो, मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन बेसिकली. बिकॉज उसी क्वेश्चन को सोचते सोचते, तो ऐसे नहीं आपने 1 घंटे एक ही क्वेश्चन पे लगा दिया और जो पीछे वाला आपका 80 मार्क्स का लेट्स से पेपर बचा है उसके लिए आपके पास सिर्फ 2 ही घंटे हैं, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। उस क्वेश्चन को छोड़ दो, लास्ट में जब आपके सारे क्वेश्चन जो आपको अच्छे से आते हैं वो हो जाए, उसके बाद में कम बैक टू दैट क्वेश्चन एंड सॉल्व इट इन एनी वे, जो भी आपके माइंड में फर्स्ट क्लिक हो रहा है उसके अकॉर्डिंग सॉल्व कर दो। कोई भी क्वेश्चन छोड़ना तो है ही नहीं, फॉर श्योर। कुछ भी लिख दो उसमें, चाहे कुछ भी आ रहा है। एंड ऑल्सो लाइक while writing the paper, you have first 15 minutes in which you have to decide ki how you are going, what would be your sequence of answering the paper. In those first 15 minutes, don't read first question first, read from second to sixth, and then if time permits, read the first question basically, because you have to do first question anyways. In 2 to 6, you must decide the sequence, which questions you know better, which don't. So accordingly, you can start your paper just when bell rings. Start your paper, because I did that mistakes. I keep on analyzing कि ये वाला क्वेश्चन पहले करना है, ये वाला क्वेश्चन पहले करना है, और बेल रिंग के 5-10 मिनट बाद भी मैं पेपर नहीं स्टार्ट कर रही हूँ। उस वजह से लास्ट में पेपर छूट जाता है। सो जैसे ही बेल रिंग हो जाए, पेपर को स्टार्ट कर देना, लाइक फ्रॉम द वेरी फर्स्ट मिनट। And also, when you are reading in those 15 minutes, keep a pencil in hand, and because when we are reading for the first time, एक क्लिक हो जाता है कि इसका रेलेवेंस इस टॉपिक से, राइट दैट टॉपिक, बिकॉज वो फर्स्ट क्लिक इज ऑलवेज राइट। सो राइट दैट टॉपिक सो दैट आपको बाद में पता रहे कि ये इस टॉपिक के बारे में, और हमको बार बार वापस से नहीं सोचना पड़े कि ये किससे रिलेटेड है, किससे नहीं रिलेटेड है। So that will be, and also for time management, as I already mentioned, make a target 1.6 minutes per question, per marks, sorry, 1.6 minute per marks. So accordingly, जितने marks का question है, 6 marks, 8 marks, 20 marks, उससे ज्यादा आप इंश्योर करो कि ज्यादा टाइम नहीं डिवोट करो। थोड़ा सा आगे पीछे होगा, बट उससे ज्यादा नहीं होगा। And the sequence of paper as well, let me tell you ki first 15 minutes I have already told what you have to do. Now after that you need to start writing your paper. जो भी क्वेश्चन आपको अच्छे से आ रहे हैं पहले वो अटेम्प्ट करो, एंड मेक श्योर कि आप जो क्वेश्चन नंबर लिख रहे हैं, दिस इज ऑल्सो सिली मिस्टेक, जो क्वेश्चन नंबर लिख रहे हैं वो डबल चेक, ट्रिपल चेक, जितनी बार चेक करना कर लेना, क्वेश्चन नंबर सही लिखना, वरना मार्क्स नहीं मिलेंगे। और क्वेश्चन नंबर को ऊपर, सबसे ऊपर पेज पे मिडल में लिख देना, सो दैट एग्जामिनर को भी कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं, एकदम क्लियरली दिखे कि हम इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर लिख रहे हैं, और हर क्वेश्चन को नए पेज से स्टार्ट करना। सेकेंड इज आफ्टर 1.5 आवर एमसीक्यू जो क्वेश्चन मिलेगा उसको ओपन करना, उससे पहले एमसीक्यू को क्वेश्चन को ओपन ही नहीं करना है। सो आफ्टर 1.5 आवर एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चन बैंक आप क्वेश्चन शीट बेसिकली देखो, और डिवोट हाफ एन आवर टू सॉल्व दी क्वेश्चंस, एमसीक्यूज जितने आ रहे हैं वेल एंड गुड, जो नहीं आ रहा है उस पर ज्यादा टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करना है, वो हम लास्ट में वापस करेंगे, बिकॉज एमसीक्यू देयर इज नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग, यू जस्ट हैव टू गेस। सो एंड आप फॉर हाफ एन आवर डू दी एमसीक्यूज, ट्राई टू कंप्लीट as much as possible, then complete the remaining theory paper, and in last half an hour go back to the MCQ if you have left any question, so you can ensure कि हम वो वाला जो भी हमने छोड़ा था वो इसमें एक बार कुछ तो भी आंसर मार्क करते हैं। So that will be the sequence of the paper. So you have to ensure कि ये अभी मॉक टेस्ट में जो आप लिखने वाले हो उसमें वही सीक्वेंस फॉलो करो, सो दैट पेपर्स में भी आप वैसे ही प्रेजेंट करें और वैसे ही लिखें। Next is retention and revision. So in last 30 days, whatever you are revising, you must have a plan for all the subjects, 3-4 days per subject or anything. So whatever you are revising today, there's a way to recall that either at night or next day morning, like before starting your day. Give 15-20 days in revising whatever or recalling whatever you have studied yesterday. That recall doesn't mean you have to open book and start revising again. No, you have to just, with the closed book, you have to recall with your memory what you studied, what were the topics, in those topics what were the keywords, and everything. So basically this will actually help in remembering the things. So do this every day, whatever you are studying today, try to recall that tomorrow in first 15-20 minutes, or you can do at night as well, like before sleeping, just try to recall what you studied during the day. And in those, even while recalling or while reading the anything that you're doing, revising, even you can think of what can be the possible questions from this topic. and you can answer those questions on your own. Basically, if it's, let's say, audit, you are reading any essay, you can actually think what can be possible question from these essay or these topics, and try to answer them on your own without looking into the books. That is also way of recalling the essays or anything that you are reading. So now this last month, ensure you are revising all these subjects. 3 days basically per subject is maximum that you have for this last revision. So the 3 days per subject you have, and you need to ensure you are doing papers as well in those 3 days. If you haven't done, if you have already done the papers, then no issues. If you have written the mock test, no issues. If not, write mock test as well, like 2.5 days for revision, then half day for mock test, or 2.5 days for revision, half day for papers. Like that, you have to like fix that. Or mock test, if you're writing mock test, ensure that you are writing it in the morning or 2 to 5 का slot, not after that, because after that you are exhausted. अगर आपको आता होगा तो भी आप नहीं लिख पाएंगे. तो in morning you have fresh mind, you can write it in a better way. Mock test and writing, compare ICAI ka answer. Of course, when you're writing mock test, they are checking according to ICAI's only. If you're not writing mock test, if you're just for practice you are writing, you need to ensure that you are writing according to ICAI. So check on your own कि आप ICAI के according लिख रहे हो. और जो भी आपकी मॉक टेस्ट की मिस्टेक्स हो रही है, वो आपको इंश्योर करनी है कि आप पेपर में नहीं कर रहे हो, उस पर ज्यादा फोकस करना है. अभी जो 30 डेज है उसमें हमें कुछ भी नया नहीं पढ़ना है. जो हमने जितना किया हुआ है, अगर हमने 80% ऑफ सिलेबस किया हुआ है, तो उसी 80% को और अच्छे से करना है कि हम उसमें कोई गलती नहीं करें. जो भी 20% हमने आज तक नहीं किया, उस 20% को अब देखना भी नहीं है. सो वॉट एवर यू नो, यू नीड टू इम्प्रूव ऑन दोज एरियाज ओनली. कुछ भी नया नहीं पढ़ना है इन दीज लास्ट 30 days. Then I guess so your 30 days journey starts now. This is the way, like this 3I framework is something which can actually, give you marks jump. So implement that, and if you have any question, feel free to ask. Yes, Abhay.
Hello, I'm giving PA Inter second group, and
Okay.
I'm going for exemption only in costing and FMSM, and I started just before 1 week study.
Okay, just
Previously,
before 1 week you have started.
yes, previously I already completed my syllabus and revision, and now I am started study.
Previously when? Like when you last
6 months
complete?
before.
Sorry?
6 months before.
And you are targeting 2 subjects now.
Yes.
Okay, so your mentor must have given you the strategy for
Yes.
completing those 2 subjects, basically 3 subjects, because FM, SM, and costing. There are 3 subjects which you need to complete in 30 days, which sounds very difficult. I know, but focus starts from one subject. ऐसा नहीं आप तीनों सब्जेक्ट्स एक साथ में करके कर रहे हो और तीनों भी नहीं कर पा रहे हो पूरा.
नहीं, one subject one time complete कर रहा हूँ.
Yeah, which subject you feel easy, FM or costing, start with that subject, and in that subject as well, you know the weightage, A category, B category, C category, and papers. When you see the papers, or you can just see the papers so that you know कि हमें कौन से type के questions आ रहे हैं और कौन से type को focus करना है. So focus on those areas or those questions, those chapters जो कि हमें ज़्यादा marks देने वाले हैं. बिकॉज ये लास्ट के 30 डेज है और आपको सारा कुछ वापस करना है. 6 months इज अ बिग गैप. 1 महीने बाद भी चीजें नहीं याद रहती है. सो 6 months के बाद में तो क्या ही, मतलब कितना ही याद रहेगा. ये सबके केस में, नॉट ओनली इन योर केस, सबके साथ यही होता है. सो इंश्योर कि आप जो इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स है वो कवर करो इन these 30 days, but it's not like कि आपको कुछ छोड़ना है, because ICAI is very unpredictable. They can ask anything. They can, if we are preparing A category, they can ask complete paper from C category as well. It's just a trend that कि ये वाले chapters तो आएंगे ही, but if paper is going to come difficult, then कुछ भी आ सकता है. But focus one subject at a time, because it's last 30 days, it's very difficult to complete 3 subjects. It means 10 days per subject, basically. And if you're not revising what you are reading, what you are doing, then also it's of no use basically, because whatever we are reading for first time, we are actually understanding the concept. But when we'll revise those things, we'll actually get into, or those things will get into our mind. So ensure that you are doing one revision at least, whatever you are starting.
Thank you, ma'am. Understood.
Yes, Tanu.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
मैम एक्चुअली मेरा डाउट नहीं है कोई। मैंने ना अभी मॉक टेस्ट दिए हैं एंड टेस्ट सीरीज दिया है, तो मैंने 3 आवर्स में मेरे ना पूरे पेपर कंप्लीट नहीं हो रहे, एक क्वेश्चन तो रह जा रहा है, तो फिर उसके लिए मैं क्या करूँ?
So yeah, this 1.6 marks minutes per marks, you have to follow that. Since you are not able to complete the paper, जो भी major subject आपको लग रहा है practical और theory, ensure कि daily आप before sleeping you are giving half an hour and writing one question at least in a timed way, कि एक question करने को आपको कितना time लग रहा है, और also analyze while doing that कि आपको कहाँ पे you are getting stuck in the starting of question, or while thinking the answer, where you are getting stuck basically. You need to identify that part and then we can fix that. So daily write one answer, whether it's theory or practical, doesn't matter. Write one answer. Basically, you can choose whatever subject you are doing right now. You can write that subject's answer at the night. Pick the difficult question basically from the difficult chapter that you feel it's difficult and it's important as well. So you need to do daily writing practice. In this 30 days, you need to write 30 answers at least.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Gurveen.
यस मैम। मैम मेरा डाउट ने मुझे ये पूछना है कि जैसे अब हम प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए आपने कहा एमटीपी, आरटीपीज और मॉक टेस्ट जो हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट के रहेंगे साइट पे, तो मैम अगर अब हमारे पास लिमिटेड टाइम है तो हमने सबसे पहले किस चीज को फोकस करना चाहिए? अगर आई शुड प्रैक्टिस पास्ट पेपर्स या आई शुड फोकस ऑन एमटीपी, जो एमटीपीज हैं कैसे करना चाहिए लिमिटेड टाइम में? फर्स्ट स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होनी चाहिए?
Okay, so past year papers you must do first.
मैम कितने करने चाहिए फिर भी?
Like it depends on how much time you have. Like along with past year paper, this attempts MTP. There are 2 MTPs
Two
per
MTP.
day and 1 RTP.
Okay.
So you need to do at least these 3 for sure. You need to do this and the past year papers.
Okay.
According to the time you have. So at least जो इस attempt का MTP है वो आप करो, and RTP for this attempt and for last attempt as well do RTP, because in RTPs ICAI gives new questions. In MTPs they actually gives the question which are from study material from past year papers or some similar question only, but RTPs में they give new questions, and in RTPs you can do MCQ practice as well.
Okay.
So this attempts MTPs, then 2 RTPs, and the past year paper according to the time you have. At least ensure 2 past year papers so that you know the trend. From RTP, you will not know the trend, basically.
Yes, मैम but MTPs अगर टाइम बचा तो, अगर इसके अलावा टाइम बचा तो you can do MTPs, past MTPs also.
Yeah, but ensure first you are doing past year paper and RTP. MTP of this attempt and past year paper and RTP of जितने attempt हो सके. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other question? So no questions. Okay, then I'm hoping that you will start identifying what are the topics that is giving the marks, and most of you know that what are the important topics or important chapters, but what you need to ensure is you know them very 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 well, that आप उसमें marks नहीं lose कर रहे. Start your 30 days now only, make a plan. You must already have a plan, but you need to stick to the plan and the targets, and basically execution is important, and do the papers. Papers is must, non-negotiable basically.
Guys, I hope you all are very sure that you don't have anything to ask. Rahul, this was your first session. Anything you want to ask? I think you're on mute. Others, you guys are sure you don't have
Hello.
any questions? Great. I believe that whatever the pointers we have discussed, as ma'am mentioned, these are definitely going to help you out, and especially the mock part. Again, the three I's, I think uh, it's a very, very good term which I got to know today. So the three I's are definitely going to help a lot of students, and especially to you guys, those who are attempting in January. Wishing you all the very best, because now this is the time where we get all the things in place and start doing the right thing at this point in time. Also, guys, I have mentioned the form, the attendance and feedback form in the chat box. Kindly make sure that you are filling it out because it is important for you and for us. Also, in the coming weekend, Sunday, we'll be meeting you guys for a doubt solving session. Okay. So today, as we have understood most of the things, if you have doubts in, it can be related to any subject, it can be related to topic, it can be related to your preparation. This is the last for the January attempt. I think this will be the last session for you guys where we'll be meeting in a group. So make sure you guys are attending that. Also, it's mandatory for all of you, those who are here, guys. There is a form again, so you have to fill your doubts. I'm not sure if you guys have it. How many of you have that form? Everyone, those who don't have the form, guys, you have to check your mails. Okay, so we keep sending you mails from the registered mail ID which you have registered with us while you were enrolling. So you are getting the mails related to the session. Doubt solving sessions related भी mail आपको आएगा, and it will have that form link as well. Make sure you are filling your doubts in the doubt solving form, because it will be better for you and for us. I understand that there are times जब आप फॉर्म देखते हो शायद आपको कोई डाउट फील ना हो. You might feel like कि मैं ही ICAI हूँ, मुझे सब आता है, but ऐसा नहीं होता. So it can be a situation where you don't have a question that time, but while you are preparing now, while you are doing these three I's, you might have few questions. It can be related to topic, anything. You just have to fill it out, because we will be taking those questions first. The priority will be the questions which are there in the form first. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Also, we will try to have different time slots for students of different levels. So, for example, foundation, intermediate, and final. We'll have a different time slots for you guys so that your time is not wasted, because we understand January again, it's very important and very close. So, we'll have a time slot for each level, and that will be mailed to you again. Guys, make sure you're looking at your mails. Fine. I just want a thumbs up from everyone who has filled the form for attendance and feedback. Those who haven't, make sure that you're filling it because it is important. And second most important thing, again mentioning it, guys, for the doubt solving session, make sure you all are there. Plus, you are filling the form. Okay. Now it's time to thank our today's mentor. Thank you so much, Vanshika ma'am, for all the valuable insights which you have given to all the students. And thank you so much to all the students for joining on a Sunday morning. I hope and wish that you all clear your January attempt, those who are attempting. Take care, guys. Have a good day.
So much. Thank you for joining.
Yes.